So think about college mascots for a second. Most of them are pretty straightforward, right? You've got your Bulldogs, your Tigers, your Bears. But Penn State's, it's different. It's not just some random animal. Nope, it's a specific creature tied to a very specific place with a whole legend behind it. Let's dive in and uncover the real story of the Nittany lion. And it all really boils down to this one simple question. We all get what a lion is, but what happens when you stick the word Nittany in front of it? All of a sudden, it's not so clear anymore. It's kind of a mystery. So what is a Nittany lion? All right, to crack this mystery, we have to start with the animal itself. Because, and this is the really cool part, we're not talking about some made-up mythical beast. This was a creature that was once very, very real. And here it is, the big reveal. A Nittany lion is actually just the local name for the mountain lions, you might know them as cougars, that used to roam all over central Pennsylvania. Believe it or not, it's that simple. We're talking about these powerful, native predators that really were the kings of the wild in that whole area. You know, for centuries, these mountain lions were just a natural part of the landscape. But, well, things changed. And they changed in a big way. By the 1880s, they had been almost completely hunted and pushed right out of the state. Today, sightings are so incredibly rare that the animal is basically a ghost in its own habitat. Okay, so that takes care of the lion part of the name. But what about the Nittany? Now this is where the story gets really interesting. We're leaving the world of biology and heading straight into local legend. And, well, this is where the facts start to get a little fuzzy.
The honest truth, nobody knows for sure where the name came from. But there are two main theories that everyone points to. On one hand, you have the mountain theory. This suggests Nittany comes from a Native American term for single mountain, which, you gotta admit, is a perfect description of the big peak overlooking the valley. But then there's the other theory, the one about a respected Native American woman from local legend, a woman named Nittany.
But you know what? It almost doesn't matter which story is true, because that name, Nittany, became completely iconic. Today, it is everywhere in State College. You've got Mount Nittany watching over the valley. You've got the name chanted by thousands of fans in the stadium. It's just completely woven into the fabric of the town. So, this brings us to the big question, right? You have this fierce, real animal on one side, and this mysterious, legendary local name on the other. How in the world did those two things fuse together to become one of the most famous mascots in all of college sports? For that, you gotta go all the way back to 1921. That's the year Penn State officially adopted the Nittany lion. And just think about that for a second. This wasn't some modern marketing gimmick somebody cooked up in a meeting. This was an authentic choice, something with deep local roots. We're talking over a century of history here.
That history makes it one of the oldest, most storied mascots in the entire country. And you know, despite its ferocious origins, the costumed mascot you'll see on the sidelines today is famously friendly and approachable. That spirit is perfectly captured by the most famous landmark on campus, the Nittany Lion Shrine. Seriously, that statue is so much more than just a block of stone. Getting your picture taken there, it's a total rite of passage. So let's just tie this all together. You start with a fearsome, real animal. You add a legendary, mysterious name, and then you let a century of university tradition fuse them together. What you get is something way bigger than just a mascot. It's a symbol of pride that represents the wild spirit of the place itself. It all just melts together into one powerful idea. And it's such a great reminder that the best symbols, the ones that really last, are always this incredible fusion of history and place and spirit. That's what makes them so meaningful. And that really leaves us with one final thought. Take a second and look around your own town, your own school, your own team. What's that one symbol that really brings your community together?